Hey folks, Champesk here bringing another audio commentary. Today I'm going to be doing the Ace match from the Clan War AAA versus EG, and it's going to be Grubby versus, I think, Mak0z? Mak0z, yeah. I'm not too familiar with this player, or I'm familiar at all with this player to be honest, but I'm not really familiar with many of AAA's players, and certainly he's human and this is Turtle Rock, so he certainly has a chance against Grubby. Grubby going for a very interesting build actually, starting to start things off. I assume he's going to put his barracks here and his voodoo lounge there, but a very aggressive opening build, because generally you'll put your second and your third burrows out here, but I wonder if Grubby's really worried about a tier 1 tower push. I'm not sure, maybe this guy's a reputation for tower pushes or something, and I guess it's Orc versus humans, there's bound to be a tower push at some point, but a very aggressive build here, and I think this is going to well, perhaps deter him. I'm not sure how versatile his strategies are, but so I think this is some pretty nice play here from Grubby, assuming that he doesn't get his his second burrow cancelled when it's going up here. That is certainly a possibility if we are seeing an Archmage, which we are. And Dark Page versus Blade Master. I'm doing this game slightly behind live actually, but I am, as you'll notice, there isn't a replay thing in the corner because this is on Garena, not replay, and this does occasionally cause a bit more lag, but it's get rid of this bar, and also it's a bit easier for me just to check. As you can see, if I click on either player I can check immediately there, and I can click on units as well. I can check their gold, food count, lumber, things like that, and so it makes it slightly easier for me. If it makes a big difference to you not having this thing, then do say, and I'll try and keep it this way. But it does cause a bit more lag, so I don't always do this. It depends on whether I'm running sort of complex calculations in the background, which, believe it or not, I actually am occasionally. And 3 militia now being called. The Archmage is just coming out now, and at the same time that second footman, so that'll allow Mak0z to quickly creep out this thing here. Probably will tank on a water arm until, yep, there it goes. And Grubby will unfortunately scout this position last. Mak0z hasn't yet bothered to scout, but against Orc that's not too necessary, I guess. I mean, you can either obviously go for your really early scout on Turtle Rock, sending out one militia close spawn and hope you get lucky and hope you can cancel a burrow or something, which is, I think, a big problem with Grubby's build here, is that one burrow would have been really easy to kill, which is why you often see the burrow back here somewhere, because it means that the militia have to run a lot further, and it can actually make a difference, and certainly I have seen it make a difference in the past. And Grubby now scouting at this creeping here. It looks like he's going to try and get a kill with his peon, but actually just taking a lot of damage on it, and but in that time Grubby's brought in his Blade Master and a Grunt, and Grubby not managing to steal the creep, and so level 2 now on the Archmage. Obviously, if you can creep out those 2 green camps, you do get level 2, and Blade Master has +5 agility already, so that's pretty nice for him. And the Archmage has 3 strength, 3 intelligence, so certainly decent items for both sides. Obviously, the Archmage doesn't really need any agility at all, but the other 2 are pretty useful against the Blade Master, and Blade Master really wants everything with extra agility, so pretty good items on both sides. And teching from both sides here as well. Grubby going for early war mill, which is something I've actually seen him do a lot against humans recently, because I think he's quite worried about the possibility of tower rushes. He puts out this early war mill, which means he has extra lumber, so he can be sure to build all his buildings as soon as he hits tier 2, as well as his hero. It means he can put up a tower early as well if he wants, and he can build demolishers as soon as he senses the tower rush is coming, and then just send them to the back of his base. And certainly this space here is very nice for a tower if that's what he chooses. And he's building a second burrow here. I imagine we're going to be seeing a tower here. The problem with this build though is that it means that it's pretty hard to repair this one burrow here, and that might be something we see coming into play. That might not be. I'm not 100% sure as to how this game's going to progress, but we'll have to see. Grubby picking up a Boots of Speed now, and looks like he's just going to creep out this Ogre Warrior here, obviously going for this one first so that he can pick up the item, and then he will need to creep out both to get level 2. And then Archmage now continuing to creep out greens. Obviously he can't bring in militia from this range, so he will just be creeping out easy camps, and I'm getting agility now, which isn't so great for him. But Grubby has managed now. Actually, didn't take out the second Ogre Warrior, just crept it out for the item, which is unfortunately a ring, and I guess he's going to go for this Ogre Warrior as well, just so he can get the extra item. It's going to take him a bit longer, but I guess that extra item makes it worth it. This is smarter play than I'd be playing, at least here from Grubby. It's not necessarily smart play, but just easy sort of for the pros, and then Grubby is going for this fast tower, and I guess maybe either this player has a reputation for towering, or Grubby just thinks that's sort of the one way in which he's probably gonna, in which he could be fairly sure of having a chance of losing. I mean, obviously Grubby is sort of the better player here, and so he's probably just playing it a bit safe. Picking up another Ring of Protection, not too good luck there for Grubby, but getting a Torn Chieftain as well, which is pretty nice against Tower Rush. But I prefer a Shadow Hunter really, and we will see the what Mak0z is doing in a second. If he picks up a Beastmaster, we can be pretty sure he's gonna Tower Rush, but it looks like he's going for a Mountain King. So certainly Mountain King Tower Rushes are perfectly viable. Just ask the Muslim, but apparently they're not working too well for him. Actually, I saw something. I saw someone talking to him the other day, and he said that they weren't working as well as they used to, because Orcs just have managed to play against it quite well. Whereas I think what's it called, Beastmaster Tower Rushes are actually still really effective, and Grubby using a couple Windwalks there to take out a Footwind, but it's probably worth it, and because obviously you do want to take down as many units as you possibly can before any sort of push comes, and I'm assuming there is a push coming, but I think it would actually go quite badly if there was a push now, because Grubby has managed to get that one tower up, and he does have both his tier 2 buildings going up now as well. His first Spirit Walker is coming out as well, and his Torn Chieftain's out as well, so I think probably wouldn't be in Mak0z's best interest to actually tower push him now. So we'll see if he buys any Ivory Towers, but obviously it's a pretty tricky map for Human if they don't tower rush, because it means they have to really expand or try and go for some sort of actual just normal play, which is very hard for a Human anyways, but it's pretty hard to expand obviously on this map, just because I guess he's in a position where he could expand in this position here, but certainly any of these positions should just be so easily scouted by Grubby, and because there's really this expansion is viable, as well as this corner one here, assuming you can actually creep it, which isn't too hard. I think that Grubby will be scouting those positions extra hard, just to be sure that he's not being tricked. And Grubby putting up a second tower now, so I think there's really no chance of a tower rush working. And it looks like Mak0z is actually going to go for an expansion here. By the looks of things, at least he's bringing militia, and there's no really reason that he would do this otherwise. And has he picked up Ivory Towers for quick? Yeah, he has picked up 3 Ivory Towers, so he is going to be going for a expansion here with some quick defenses, and needs to be careful actually not to block in his Mountain King there. He almost did. I think he just got away with it by 1 square. Probably knew full well what he's doing, but still sort of dazing with death there, because if you trapped in here, that'd be pretty embarrassing. Wouldn't cost too much. You could just build another tower and destroy one for a small amount of gold, but still wouldn't be brilliant. And meanwhile, Mountain King now creeping to level 2. Archmage has moved away just so that Mountain King can creep up, and obviously once you have Archmage 3, you can really afford to let your Mountain King creep, and gets a Lion Horn of Stormwind. Not a brilliant item, but certainly I think it's underrated. And Grubby meanwhile creeping around, getting a Torn Chieftain, picking up 2 Scrolls of Speed actually, and a Scroll of Healing as well. Some pretty nice disposable items. Magic Sentry on the towers now, so Grubby's not going to have too easy a time harassing, but he does have a greater invuln pod, and does actually use it as well, so he looks like he's just going to try and slow down this expansion as much as possible. I'm not sure about the economics of this, just in terms of it's like those things are worth a lot, those greater healing potions, or those greater invuln pots, and he did only manage to take down 2 peons. I guess he's slowed down the gold mining as well, so it's going to cost him a bit more, and he did get a bit of experience from it, but I'm not sure it's worth actually using a greater invuln pot for that. And Grubby meanwhile managing to take down a Arcane Vault, and then managing to get out of there before the humans can come back in, and Grubby meanwhile just sort of making Mak0z run between his bases, because he's just harassing the peasants with his Blade Master, and then as soon as Mak0z runs there, he runs in with his the rest of his army, but it looks like he's now turned to creeping instead. He's going to creep out this Gargantuan Sea Turtle, and probably hope for a greater mana potion once, because he'll have level 3 on his Torn Chieftain as well. Blade Master now really low on health, probably should just run back to the TC, assuming he has a Healing Salve. Yeah, he still has 2 charges on Healing Salve, so you can just run back and heal, but he looks like he maybe going to buy actually buys a staff of teleportation and an invuln bot. So I guess he's just gonna try and pick off maybe this last peon and peasant, and that would be pretty nice if he could do it, but Magic's entry means that that's not really going to be a possibility, and Mak0z actually moving the peasant to within sort of this tower protection here, so it's going to mean that Grubby doesn't manage to kill that last peasant, but it does manage to use a staff of teleportation to staff back to his base, I guess, yeah, to buy more healing cells for him, despite the fact he had some on his TC, but he does actually get a greater mana potion as well. Very nicely there for Grubby. We'll continue to creep and hope for level 5 eventually, but I think he'll probably push before that. He'll probably get level 4 on his TC and then push, maybe even before that. We'll have to see exactly what his decisions are, but certainly, actually Mak0z only one tower in his base, and it's an arcane tower. I think this could be sort of the weak point. Grubby is really known for loving base raiding, and with a Tauren Chieftain, obviously with Shockwave, and 4 raiders here. I think 4-1-0 up rated